Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Love for Intuitive Astrology. Today I will talk about the new moon partial solar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio, and I'm going to explain it for each and every single sign, okay, so stay tuned. I will start a little bit with the general reading and then I will start with all the signs. I just want you to keep in mind that this is a general reading and description. If you want to know more personally what it means for you, or you want to have a birth chart reading, you can find my details in the description box below. So yeah, let's start with this new moon partial solar eclipse, right? That is going to be in the very, very transformational sign of Scorpio. And you know, when we start with looking at Scorpio, we see not only transformation, we see death and rebirth, we see depths, we see taboos, we see sex, right? It rules the 8th house. And of course, it will depend on where your Scorpio is located in your chart, but it still carries the energies of the 8th house, right? It still carries the energies of, it has a very Plutonic vibe, right? And Scorpio is the only sign who has 3 layers. So I hear a lot of bashing about Scorpio, you know, and I don't think this is fair at all. And not only because I have Scorpio placements, but also because it has 3 layers. So the first layer is really indeed what they say about the sign, like secretive, they can be jealous. It can be all about, lying, secrecy, right? Possessive, being possessive. But when we go to the next layer, it is about awareness, right? It is about understanding the effect you have on other people. And then the highest layer is extremely well-developed Scorpionic energy. This is when you are spiritually very aware, very, I wouldn't want to say critical, but like very aware of yourself, your behavior, and very transformational. And why? Because you started at the lowest level and you had to go through death and the rebirth, right? So you had to go through these really low vibes, right? And then you had to go through all these stages to go to a higher level, right? So a lot of people with a lot of Scorpio placement have to go through difficulty in life to understand their own behavior on other people and also to learn forgiveness. So what is a big key during this eclipse is forgiveness, right? Forgiving yourself and forgiving other people for maybe something you've done or you think you've done or what other people have done, so you can move on to the next stage in your life, right? To release that karma that has been stuck in your body. Because a lot of times when we hold on to anger towards something that have happened to us, right, we get physical ailments and it really influences our day-to-day life. So this new moon is gathered with Venus, and I really like that because that makes this new moon a little bit softer, because later on I will go to the more difficult part, because this new moon, this eclipse is going to be a nutcracker. This is going to open the reverse of Pandora's box, right? It's going to spill a lot of dirt. So this could be done in a gracious way when Venus is there. This could also be that you're going to be very soft and patient with yourself, the way you're dealing with this type of release. It's related to the South Node, right? It's not in a very close conjunction, but still Scorpio South Node is there, which means release. And soon we'll have this full moon, which means we're going to be triggered towards a new direction. more towards the North Node, right? This will be in November, and I will make a video about the lunar eclipse as well. So we have a very good understanding of what to release and where we're gonna go to, right? Globally, there will be a lot of tension. A lot of secrets will be revealed, and I already seen some things like this happen already. The tension will get higher because we have Pluto, which rules Scorpio, in a square with the sun and the moon, right? And also with Mercury. So what does this mean? Pluto exposes the underworld, right? And we think about the 3 layers. So in order to grow, the underlayer needs to go. Otherwise, we cannot evolve, right? And we cannot go to the North Node, which is now the stabilizing factor in Taurus. But Uranus is like, hey, let's make things unstable so we can appreciate our basic stability again. But in order to go to simplicity of Taurus, to go to the stability that we're craving for, we need to let go of a lot of old dirt, a lot of things that are not working for us anymore. And sometimes we need to see the truth of a person, a situation, in order to move on. So we're gonna see that people are gonna cut off certain people. There gonna be some breakups happening, right? There are going to be secrets exposed. And you know, if you have Pluto square moon, for example, in your natal chart, this is this might affect you. Or if you have Scorpio sun or moon or any planets in Scorpio at 2 degrees. Just like me, my moon is at 2 degrees, so 1 degree, so very close to this eclipse. So I'm ready for whatever it is that I need to let go of. So Scorpio is not about a gentle release, right? So even though Venus is supporting you a little bit and giving you like a little bit of a warmth, Scorpio is like you're gonna just let go if you want to or not. It's a drastic change. So, you know, this could be drastic as in visibly. This could also be that you're leaving old emotional patterns behind. So might not be so visible to you, but later on you notice that the way you deal with certain things are different. So for everyone, this is going to expose itself differently. And we are having some trines with Mars as well. So the moon and Venus and the sun are trining Mars, which is preparing to go retrograde. Inner frustration also gonna come out the upcoming months. Everything that we've been trying to hide, say goodbye to it. People are gonna figure it out. You're gonna spill it. You're gonna say it. But at least we have a trine with Mars. So for now, it's like a motivation to release some things or to do things better. And we have Mars in the sign of Gemini, which is about communication. It's about being social, right? So maybe you're talking to your friends and things will be exposed in your friend group. And you're gonna be like, what? Why did you never tell me this? And release. Okay. So yeah, it's a lot about releasing. We have Jupiter at 0 degrees, so it's soon going back into Pisces. There will be a lot of changes, okay? We have Mars squaring Neptune. So a lot of people are gonna be angry, but don't know what to do with it. So they're gonna like swim. So the best way to deal with that is to meditate, to dissolve the anger, to forgive, and do a little ritual if you can to let go. I'm letting go of this and do a ritual of forgiveness. Like light a candle and say thank you to this person that's maybe going out of your life, or thank you to this maybe ugly thing that showed itself, but now you know you can let it go, right? So say thank you for that, if you can and if you want to, right? So what else can I tell you? Yeah, I think we can start with the signs. So for some of you that know or don't know, I do astrology. So I explain the astrology and then I see if there's some intuitive messages. I have some beautiful tarot cards over here that I'm going to use. And I also have some self-healing cards that I really think are so pretty. And I thought it was really appropriate for letting go and releasing the past and releasing everything so we can go to the next stage of wherever Scorpio is located in your chart. Okay? Let me know in the comments below if you have any natal Scorpio planets like me. My moon is in the 12th house and I also have Pluto on the ascendant. So and Pluto is opposing my Uranus, so but I'm used to the Plutonic team, and that's why I'm very focused on this channel on Plutonic subjects like Moon with Venus on the ascendant, because I've been trying many ways how to live your best life with dealing with a very Plutonic life, and you're not doomed. You can really do lead a very good life, but it is a bit of a hard work. But once you figure out how to do it, it's very, very, very rewarding. Okay, so let's go to the first sign, Aries. Let me get the chart up. Give me a moment over here. I'm so high on energies today. It's crazy, which is good because I want to share my appreciation and my love with you. I really appreciate all the support and the lovely messages, so thank you so much. Okay, let's start. Aries. This is for Aries sun and rising, and I'm hearing like ambulance outside, so listen carefully. This is for sun and rising, okay? You can check it as well for your moon, but I always say most accurate is sun and rising. So for you, Aries, it's going to be in your 8th house. So you have a double release, right? We have it in its own house, in the 8th house. It's there with Venus. So there might be some release when it comes to patterns of love, right? This could be a breakup, but this could also be the way you see love, the way you are intimate with people. Maybe you had issues opening up to someone in your life, like you were secretive or you weren't really showing the core of who you are. So now you're going to release that so you can open up and show your vulnerable self. And later on, during the lunar eclipse, you will have more focus on your money. Okay, so 8th house is also money, but the North Node is in Taurus. And Taurus wants stability, even though it's with Uranus. It's trying to find some type of stability, right? So you're releasing big karmic cycles when it comes to money. And you're also letting go of, I need other people to help me so I can make money. This is not for everyone, but for some people. Because the 8th house has to do with other people's money. And the 2nd house, the opposite house of the 8th house, is about self-earned money. So you will focus more on how do I earn money for me, right? So you will let go of other people supporting you, or maybe your partner supporting you, and you're like, no, I'm gonna make my own money now. So this is your focus, Aries. And you have Jupiter in the 1st house, which is very nice. It's squaring Mars in Gemini in your 3rd, so you might feel like very talkative around this time. You want to talk things through, and you feel maybe you want to write your thoughts down. Would also be really good. So what do you want to release? Write it down, because we have Mars in the 3rd house of communication. There might be some support from your siblings. They might say like, oh, listen, I have some tips for you on, you know, how to, I don't know, release tension when it comes to your exes, or how to make your own money. So you will get help in your release for some of you from your siblings or from your neighbors, right? Third house is your neighbors, or simply by taking a trip, you will realize what it is that you need to let go in order to move on. So let's get you a tarot card. Let's do a tarot. For my lovely Aries, I really want to say thank you for your support and your messages, and I really feel so grateful to have you on this channel. And if you're new, welcome, right? Let me know if you have any natal planets right now in in Scorpio or in your 8th house. Okay. We have Justice. And this is a great reminder, thank you, Tarot, that the 8th house also deals with the court system, right? Government, court. So it might be an ending of a court case. It might be an ending of a divorce or a settlement of a divorce. And it might be handled the best possible with Venus there, right? We have Pluto in the 10th house, squaring a whole bunch in the 8th. So there might be some dirty secrets coming up in the company that you're working for, or someone that's going to kind of not treat you well when you're in the public. But there's something to do with your career. There might be some secrets exposed in your career about you as well. So make sure that you are ready to own up certain things if they're going to expose that to you, or if your company does things that you're not completely comfortable with. Think it through, and maybe you find different ways to, you know, to make money or to work somewhere else. So Knight of Swords, this is something you have been trying to hide. Okay, so this is something that maybe you were kind of like, yeah, I'm not looking at this. Unfortunately, right now, no secret is safe during this solar eclipse. Yes. What else can I tell you? I'm gonna give you one last self-healing card. I'm getting Pride, okay? So maybe you have, it's again about vulnerability, right? Maybe you think that you are weak when you show your true self, your intimate self. Maybe you feel weak when people expose something about you that you feel it's private. But if you have to, own up to it, okay? Own up to who you are, to your own feelings, and you're gonna feel so much better. So this is my message for you, my lovely Aries. I really appreciate your support and your love, your subscribes, and thank you a million. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Let's move on to the next sign, Taurus. So Taurus, for you, it's going to be a major eclipse, okay? I mean, we started with the whole eclipse. We had first solar eclipse in your sign, right? I think it was like the end of April, and then we had a full moon in Scorpio in your sign, and now we're gonna have this solar eclipse, right, in your 7th house. So, okay, my program is like not clicking with me. It's fine. So for a lot of you Taurus, there will be either an upgrade in your relationship. So I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to think like, oh no, I'm gonna have a breakup. Some of you will, okay, because Scorpio is about release. It is about letting go of something, but only after exposure of something, right? Because we have Pluto in the 9th house. So it could be during a trip that you're making that something about your partner becomes clear and you're like yes or like no. So either you come closer together, so there might be an upgrade in your status, and you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, doesn't matter. There might be a higher union. And this might be due to the fact that you feel more strong in your own core. Where is the North Node, right? So you might feel that you have a stronger identity and this is what brings you closer together. But it might also be that you're like, I'm giving it my everything. I'm done living for someone else. And your belief system towards relationships is changing. And belief systems is all about ninth house. Yeah. Could also be that you're moving to a different country, or you're making a faraway trip and you're taking a break from each other. It could be that your religions, or like I said, belief systems do not match anymore. But it will be for the highest good, whatever decision is going to be made. And some of you are like, hey, I'm single, what are you talking about? I'm not in a relationship, right? So this is not only romantic partnerships, this is also business partnerships, right? And the seventh house also has to deal with one-on-one relationships with people. So if you work with clients, there could be a way on how you're going to treat your clients, or there might be a different way on how to approach your clients, right? Maybe you're going to evolve more about your own story, expose more about yourself when you're with your clients. And this is going to make you attract more people, or make you be more in harmony with the other person. Maybe you're used to not talk too much about yourself, right? So, or maybe too much. You're finding a better balance with that. And also patterns regarding relationships are being broken around this solar eclipse. You're gonna get a new idea of what you want to let go of, like, you know, and I know a new moon is very often about planting a new seed, but for me, Scorpio, and because the South Node is in Scorpio as well, it's really about release, so you can plant new seeds, so you can move on and understand what it is that you want in a partner. So maybe you've had certain patterns with previous partners and you're like, I'm not going to do that again. This is not what I'm gonna do again. You know, this didn't work out for me. Maybe in the past you hold on to people because you didn't want to be alone, and now you're like, you know what? I will be alone if I have to. I will be alone if I have to, because I'm not gonna stay with someone that's not good for me. And this is Taurus, really, this is your attitude right now, and I really, really like it. I'm really proud of you for being so strong in your energy, right? We're close to Mars retrograde. I made a video about Mars retrograde, so make sure to check that out. It's in your second house, and it's trining this whole bunch in your seventh house. So it could be that your income is increasing and you really feel comfortable, like taking care of yourself, like it changes your relationship situation. Okay, have faith, right? So this is Pluto in the ninth house. It's telling you to have faith, no matter what happens, no matter what's coming up. Like some of you are going to study something new and maybe your partner doesn't agree and you're like, but you know, I'm the one who's deciding that, really. Because my lovely Tauruses are a little bit stubborn sometimes, which I truly like about you, because sometimes you need to be fixed on what you want instead of, you know, trying to make other people happy. It's about compromise, but also not compromising with your wishes. Phoenix rising, how appropriate with this Scorpio new moon, right? So letting go. Phoenix rising, new belief systems are coming up, and say what you mean. So you're definitely gonna, you know, you see a couple in the picture, like I said, doesn't matter what you're attracted to, but you're definitely gonna talk to your partner about something. if you're in a relationship, and maybe some of you are talking to an ex, or you're literally having a conversation with yourself about what can no longer work. This is not what you're gonna do anymore. Page of Cups. Yeah, you're gonna have it's like a whole baggage is gonna release. You're gonna have a more playful approach, right? Page of Cups. Yeah, definitely feels like a surprise. Feels like sudden decisions, sudden change of mind, which is weird because you Taurus don't make very sudden decisions. You think things really through. But yeah, you might actually make a sudden decision, or your partner does, but it's gonna be for the best. Nine of Cups. You're going towards your dreams. You've been working really hard towards the things that you want to achieve. So yeah, you've been on the right track for a lot of you that are watching. I'm really proud of you. You're going to have a major release when it comes to how to deal with one-on-one relationships, romantic, business, right? If you have to let something go, or a certain pattern within your business relationships or romantic relationships, you're gonna do it. Right now, during this new moon partial solar eclipse. That's such a long name. Anyhow, thank you so much, Taurus. I really appreciate your love, your support. Subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And maybe if you want some suggestions for videos, do you want me to talk more about astrology? Do you want me to add more intuition to the videos? I really appreciate your feedback because I'm always listening. So thank you so much, and hope to see you next time. Let's move on to the next sign of Gemini. How are you doing, my lovely Geminis? We're getting closer to Mars retrograde, right? Which is going to be in your sign, impacting you. And there is going to be a major theme of exposure, okay? For you, you have Pluto in the 8th house. So whatever secrets there are, whatever bills you haven't paid, they're gonna be known, okay? I don't want to scare you, but make sure to deal with all your papers from the government regarding to your work. So, or regarding to like, I don't know, your electricity bills or any bills that you haven't paid. And I know for a lot of you, the bills are so high. I'm so sorry if that's the case. I really hope that you're not in debt, but if you are, make sure to make a plan. And I know this sounds like a boring video already, but I'm here to help you, you know, because we have a square with Pluto and the new moon. Secrets from colleagues, or colleagues talking about your secrets, this will be revealed as well to the public or to your colleagues. Make sure that if they expose something, just own up to it, okay? Say like, listen, I've said that, I've done that, I'm so sorry. And if it's private, you also just tell them to goodbye. This is private. You cannot talk about me like that. But yeah, we're talking about 6th house. So some of you might release, maybe you've been in a treatment for some health problem, okay? Could be that you have a health problem, and you're getting rid of it. Like, you know where this problem is coming from, and there's a way to heal it, right? Because Scorpio is about release, or there is a plan on how to heal it, right? Or at some point there will be a way to deal with it, no matter how that works, how that is related to you. With the North Node in Taurus, you do know that you need to take rest, right? Even though for some of you it's hard to sleep, it's hard to take rest, but the North Node is telling you, listen, you can do a lot of things, you have a lot of stuff to do, right? You have busy routines. Some of you are starting the gym, but make sure to rest within all this time as well, that you take care of your health. Like, some of you are doing a health checkup, right? It's time to do it. Could also be that some of you are leaving a job. Again, don't get scared. Everything is for a higher purpose. If you do, there will be something better coming for you. So don't you worry. But some of you are leaving yourself, or you're going to be laid off, or you're going to a different position in the company. Yeah. And this could be due to some inner frustration, right? Because we do have a trine with Mars, and Mars is showing you like, listen, I'm not dealing with this any longer. So most likely this is like a decision you're gonna make because you're just frustrated, right? And with Pluto, you cannot hide too much. So make sure to get all the papers right. For some of you, get your health in check. Yeah. Sometimes I have to listen to my own English, what I'm actually saying. This is about vulnerability, so be careful to who you open up about your secrets, especially related to your work, related to your gym, maybe your friends that you're going with in a gym, or people that you hang out with. For some of you, you have to say goodbye to a lovely pet. I'm so sorry if that's the case. I'm always so in love with animals. I feel sometimes more connected with animals than with people. But yeah, if you're one of them, I'm so sorry, but do a little prayer and make sure they transit to the other side in peace and beauty. So I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna get you a card, my lovely Geminis. You know, we're talking about Scorpio, and I don't want to leave out and talk like I'm all about good stuff, but you know, the South Node is in Scorpio right now, so this is about a lot of releases, you know, like patterns. You're gonna have a better schedule, you know, but I also want to tell you the truth of what this could mean in all cases, right? Because we're still talking about astrology, and you know, I've done so much research. It's so interesting how certain transits really affect your life, right? And I have some friends with the same ascendant, and we're going through the same stuff. It's absolutely crazy, right? Like, I have one friend, I always check in with her, like, hey, we used to live in the, used to work in the corporate world, and I always would check in with her. Well, she's after me. I have a few degrees before her, so it would just first happen to me and then to her. And we would check in with each other, and usually the same things have happened. Okay, so how appropriate, Gemini. I'm getting the card letting go. So, like I said, you're letting go of something major, like a pattern. You're gonna have a better clock, and you're gonna have more rest. You're gonna allow yourself to have more rest. I'm getting beauty, you know, and I see some men watching this like, beauty, what are you talking about? But it's about beauty, rest, right? Taurus in the 12th house is telling you, listen, you need to rest as well. You cannot just keep going. Your body needs to recharge, right? And you do still have Mars in the first house, but still, right? It will go retrograde, and you need to allow your body to have time. And if you are a woman, maybe, hey, also for guys, there's no gender. So put a mask on, and hair mask, face mask, go in the bathtub and relax, and add this to your structure. Oh, wait, we have some tea leaf cards here. So cool. Okay, let's check. Hi, getting together with friends. So yeah, some of you are getting together with friends around this time. Could be because they're supporting you through a certain transition. Great passion. You're gonna find passion. You're gonna find passion in probably some job, probably something you're working on behind the scenes that maybe you haven't revealed to people yet. What do we have? Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. This could be in the job, okay? Like I said, it could be like, or something with the government, or like people spilling your secrets. Okay, this could be a man. Could be a man in your job. Could be a blonde man. Okay. Now we have a journey, either physical or mental. So some of you are taking a break, right? But 12th house is also about dreaming. So write down your dreams and they will tell you a lot about you. Okay, so this is my message for you, my lovely Gemini. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I'm ready to move on to the next sign of Cancer. So, my lovely Cancers, how have you been doing? You have this new moon solar eclipse in your 5th house, okay? So, it's very close to the South Node in Scorpio. For me, this means release, letting go, so you can start with something new, okay? And when we look at the 5th house, we look at romance, we look at children, we look at creativity. And in the sign of Scorpio, you Cancer are someone that likes to investigate stuff. You're probably in your free time, you like to watch like detectives, UFO sightings, like really exciting stuff. Like you like to investigate things. And you're letting go maybe the need to be creative on your own in order to work more with groups, or to be more in a group setting, in the 12th house, 11th house, sorry. Maybe you're gonna organize like some workshops for money, because Taurus is about making money, or online when we're talking about Uranus. Some of you are letting go of a certain romantic interest. You feel like you want to spend more time with your friends or with your business, and you're like, maybe this person is not for you. On the other hand, the South Node also relates to someone from a past or a past life. So it could be that a romance might come back from a past life, waving at you, hello. You know, we do have Venus in the picture. Because we have a square with Pluto in the 7th house, right? With the new moon and the Venus. And yeah, that could be like, there's a complicated situation there. Like maybe either you or your partner are having an affair. I really hope this is not the case, okay? It's about everything in the underworld. It could be that like some power struggles are becoming more known to you. Like maybe something that happened with your exes and you're like, okay, I'm in a similar relationship again, or someone is pointing it out to you, right? It could be that you stayed with someone because children were involved and you're like, yeah, I don't know if I should stay in this relationship, right? And you're just more focused on being in groups, making money, like maybe you're launching some kind of website or like building a community. But definitely there will be some secrets spilled about your relationship. And if you're single, this could be someone new you're dating, or someone that you just dated and you're like, I don't think this is someone for me, right? Mars is in the 12th house, so your energy is probably a little bit less. It's like you have a little bit less energy, and we're also very close to Mars retrograde. So be careful with your energy, Cancer. Be gentle to it and don't overdo your things. Okay, I'm gonna get you a tarot card. I think you're so pretty. Okay, right, and some of you are a bit scared when I say kids in the 5th house. It could be that, you know, you have to let go of a kid, as in they're moving out. Maybe certain patterns that the way you dealt with your kids, you're gonna let go of that, right? You're gonna let go of maybe focusing too much on your kids. You also spend some time for yourself now. Yeah, I'm getting 7 of Swords. So there might be some, you have done so much. There's like an expression in Dutch that I want to tell you, but I have no idea how to translate it. But you've been taking on too much. And it's time to let it go. Time to let it go, Cancer. Really. Ace of Pentacles. You're focusing on work. You're focusing on making money. and networking with people. Getting 9 of Cups, you really are going to follow your dreams, right? And Jupiter now is still in 0 degrees in Aries, but soon it will now go back to Pisces in your 9th house. So that will be the time that maybe you want to take a trip or something. So that would be between November and December. And then next year we have it again in Aries. So you're going to pick up your career. I'm getting the Star. Yeah. You're really choosing yourself right now, your own self-worth. So maybe you have had low self-esteem when it comes to your creative expression. You thought you weren't good enough, or you thought in a relationship that you weren't good enough, and you're going to let go of these old feelings, basically. Knight of Pentacles. So I got quite some cards for you, but yeah, it could be, how do I say this correctly? Yeah, it's like an emphasis on like masculine energies and working with communities, working online, and letting go of certain patterns when it comes to your relationships. Okay? So this is my message for you, my lovely Cancers. If you like this channel, subscribe to it, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I also do private readings, so you find my details in the description box below if you want to have a private reading about your birth chart or business consultation, right? I'm here to bring you in the right alignment. And I hope to see you next time. And let's move on to the next sign, Leo. So, my lovely Leos, there's been a lot of optimism in your life, at least for a lot of you. Have been going through a nice cycle, a good cycle, right? Like a lot of you, especially Leo ascendants, a lot of you have been having new jobs. And we have this eclipse in your 4th house and in Scorpio, right? So 4th house is about your family. It's about where you live, right? It's about where you feel at home, and also your body, how you ground yourself. And you know, with Scorpio, it's a water sign, so a lot of you like to live close to the water. Could be a lake or the sea, but you would like to have water close to you. But also a lot of you have had a difficult childhood, okay? And you are going to release certain patterns from your childhood that maybe have prevented you from getting the job that you want, right? So we have North Node in the 10th house, and 10th house is about your career. So what has been stopping you from getting the career that you want related to your ancestral patterns? Were there a pattern in your ancestral line where people said, you can't do that, we don't have enough money, you need to be a certain way to do certain things, you need to be a certain person to achieve certain things, right? So you're letting go of all those things. So some of you might go under hypnotherapy or something to release generational patterns or curses, and you're trying to break through, which is amazing, right? And we have this whole bunch squaring Pluto in the 6th house. And 6th house really has to do with your routines, your health. So it could be that maybe your family situation has been affecting your health, right? It might be that maybe actually your family helped you with situations regarding to your work, that there were some, maybe they needed to support you financially, and you're gonna now start to have a new job, so that's not necessary anymore. Some of you are actually moving for a new job, or like moving to a new destination, or like I said, moving for a job. Some even moving for a partner. Yeah. You will find some support among your friends right now. So your friends are going to support you. We have Mars in the 11th house. As soon it will go retrograde, which is maybe not so good. But for now we're having a trine, which is like a really nice aspect. So, okay. Let's get you a card, Leo. Yeah, big release. Maybe patterns in love, because we have Venus there as well. So there might be some patterns regarding to love that you are going to let go of. And also do a checkup if there are certain diseases in your family that are generational. Make sure to go to the doctor and check that with Pluto in the 6th house, okay? Because 6th house has to do with your health as well. Okay. How teachable are you? Okay, so are you going to go in the pattern of your family, or are you going to follow your own path, Leo, and be the rebel that you know you are? Unleash your creativity. So it's time to show the world what you can do, right? I don't know, I'm getting some message about you have to stand in your power, especially in the job, because some of you have to deal with some jealousy or some people that really don't want you to step up like you do right now. But you know, you worked really hard. For a lot of you, you worked really hard to where you are now. So let go of people who are jealous of you, because you deserve to have this opportunity, right? And if no one told you, I'm telling you now, you deserve this opportunity, okay, Leo? So don't let other people tell you anything else. Yeah. I will give you a tarot card as well before I move on. All right. Yeah, it's a sudden change. Sudden moving out, or maybe a situation in your home situation, like maybe a flatmate is moving out, or yeah, because having a new job, or you're moving out. There is a change, right? A change either in your family situation. There's a change, and this is a change that you have been manifesting. Like you've kind of, you know, especially in a work situation, this is something you really wanted. The Temperance, right? You're finding your balance. So it's so pretty, this card, isn't it? Look at that. So you're finding your balance. Like 4th house is like finding your grounding, and sometimes you have to also forgive family members for the way they raised you, because they didn't know any better, okay? So especially if we have natal planets in the 4th house that maybe are in a difficult aspect. So allow yourself to heal and to forgive, Leo. So that's my message for you. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for all your love, your support. I feel super grateful, and I really enjoy making these videos for you. So let me know in the comments, do you want to see more astrology, or do you want to see more tarot or intuition readings? I'm really happy to get some feedback. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to the next sign, Virgo. So my lovely Virgos, we're gonna have this eclipse in your 7th house, in your 3rd house. Okay, let me get the chart up. So we have the Sun, the Moon, and Venus, and also the South Node in your 3rd house. And when we look at the 3rd house, we're looking at siblings, we're looking at short trips. So you have the North Node in the 9th house, and this will be highlighted during the full moon lunar eclipse that's gonna come, if I say it correctly, on the 8th of November. So I will do a video about that as well. But now you're letting go your patterns of I'm not smart enough, I should be better, like you're really strict on yourself. Well, in reality, you are a very investigative sign. That's why you're very often an intellectual, right? Not only because you are ruled by Mercury, but also especially, you know, because you have Scorpio in the third house, and Scorpio is about investigation. So you're really good at doing very precise research work, doing some kind of detective work, or getting the facts together and pointing out all the dirt, right? What Scorpio does. You also have Pluto in your fifth house, and it's squaring this whole bunch in your third. So there might be some, how do I translate this correctly? There might be some people in the past that tried to dominate you and didn't appreciate your intellect, and this made you a little bit insecure, but you're going to release these thoughts, okay? Also, if you had some kind of toxic connection with your sibling, you might actually either break contact with them or restore the connection and bring it to a higher level, right? Because with Scorpio, you can either break it or transform it to a higher level, and there will be a better understanding, right? And maybe in romance, you're going to have a better understanding of your partner, like their romantic needs, or maybe you communicate more clearly what are your romantic needs, right? It could be that you're letting go of this really factual learning, and you're going to study something more esoteric, like the ninth house. Maybe you're learning how to manifest money, or you're going to work more globally, right? So ninth house can be import and export business, or you're going to go from a local company focusing on more global aspects of publishing, import and export, and those kind of things, right? So I definitely see some kind of boost in your career, and this is due to certain decisions that you're making. So let me get you some healing cards. I feel like I'm talking forever. I don't know, I always make long videos. But yeah, you're also Virgo, just like me, and we do tend to talk quite quickly, right? It's like my brain is like always working over hours. So this is something you might release as well, right? You're going from third house, like overthinking, you're gonna release that, and you're gonna work on a more calm perspective. Like maybe you're gonna do some mindfulness, some meditation. Victim consciousness, okay? Some of you are going to let go of maybe disappointment in love, or some of you have been trying to get pregnant, and it's really because your body was so stressed that it was really difficult for you to get pregnant. So you're going to get out of the victim consciousness in order to heal yourself. And maybe it's like, okay, stop working so much and take a break, like go on a holiday. That's totally fine. Entrapment. Yeah, like I said, maybe you feel so trapped in your life that you think that you don't deserve a break, or you've been trapped in the same situation for too long, and you're going to make a long distance trip, okay? For some of you, you're going to do that. Beauty. Okay, so you're gonna see your own value, also regarding to your belief systems, that they matter, they are important, right? So it also has to do with forgiveness of siblings, if you have to. There were some difficult situations, and you're going to communicate differently also when it comes to partnerships. Communicate your needs and what it is that you actually want, right? Patience. So patience is required for you at this time. Okay, so that's my message for you, my lovely Virgos. If you like this channel, subscribe to it, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And since you're my critical signs, like, what would you like to see more on my channel? More astrology or more intuitive videos? I'm really open to some feedback. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you, and I hope to see you next time. Bless you a million. Let's move on to the next sign of Libra. So Libra. we have this eclipse in your second house, right? So this has to do with your possessions, your money, but also maybe Libra, you have been in a cycle of earning money, losing money, earning money, losing money, right? And we do have the south node there, so it could be like that money is going out quite quickly, and maybe someone is offering to help you or to help you with some type of investment. So it's really about finding ways to earn your own money and to receive money from other people. So either way, it could be that you've taken too much or you've given too much. So now it's time to find the balance between making your own money and taking money from other people in ways of investment or maybe a partner, right? It's also about valuing yourself more, putting more value on your on yourself as a person, like understanding that you deserve to be in a good job, you deserve to earn more money, right? So there's a lot of focus on that. And for some of you, you're gonna actually, with Uranus and the North Node in the 8th house, some of you are in therapy, right? Working on your patterns when it comes to your self-worth. Some of you are learning astrology, right? Like some of you are actually learning astrology yourself, and you're letting go of like earthly ways on how to make money, and you're starting like a spiritual business. We have Pluto in the 4th house, and it's squaring the bunch in the 2nd. So it could be that maybe your family, the way they taught you about money was not really a nice way of making money, or also there could be secrets regarding money, right? Because Pluto is about the underworld. It can expose like secrets. It can expose the lesser attractive things about people. There could also be like some bills coming up regarding to the house. Okay, so be aware about the house situation, that you have everything paid. Or maybe some family members, they are trying to learn how much money you earn, and they want to they want to have like, they want to get some money from you. So you will know what resonates with you, right? Let me get you some self-healing card. Okay, that's too many Libra, that's too many. So I'm getting wild. So there is a way, like, it almost feels like you have to let go the need to have money in order to have it. Like sometimes we want something so much that it doesn't come. I hear let people help you. Like you're very supportive of other people very often, and then you forget about yourself. Yeah, you put yourself in the dark sometimes, which makes other people like kind of take advantage of you, right? So what can you change about your belief systems when it comes to money? And is that something that you took over, right? I would not recommend you to lend any money to family members at this point if you don't have to, okay? So take off your mask. So what frustrations have you been hiding towards money? Is there some difficulty you have when it comes to money, or is there a situation with a family member that you need to talk about when it comes to money? Okay. I like the ballet shoes in this card. Some of you actually used to be ballerina dancers. This is so off topic, but I think it's really cute. We also have Mars retrograde coming up. I made a separate video about that, so you can check that out on my channel. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. So we're talking a lot about money, but in reality, you can also have fun. You can also enjoy yourself. So maybe you were trying to control the way you're earning money or the way you're getting money, and actually by letting go, it will come to you. I'm getting older men, so it could be like a grandfather or like a family member and a man in the family that you have some dealings with when it comes to money. A wish is granted. So you will have what you want, okay, when it comes to your money situation. You just have to allow it to come to you, okay? So that's my message for you, my lovely Libras. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I would love to know, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. Let's move on to the next sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio, this is going to be so major. So major, you have no idea. Well, you probably have an idea if you're a little bit into astrology, right? That the eclipses are already have been and now are going to be in your house. So this new moon is at 2 degrees and 0 minutes in your sign of Scorpio, okay? And just like you, I'm going to be very much affected by it as a Scorpio ascendant and a Scorpio moon. And my moon is at the exact degree of the new moon. So this is going to be absolutely wow, okay? So this is going to happen in your first house for most of you. And this is all about letting go. Like maybe some of you are like too independent and you have really trouble accepting help from a partner, okay? So it could also be that some of you are being asked to give up something for a partner, to make a certain compromise, because we have the North Node in your 7th house of partnerships, of relationships. And it could be that some of you are in some kind of long distance relationship with someone and you have to move for this person. It could be that you have to give up certain habits to be with a person, like health habits, right? But this could also be a pattern in general that you're letting go, that you're now allowing someone to help you and allowing yourself to compromise, right? Because Scorpio is a sign that can compromise and is very faithful, but at the same time it's a fixed sign. So if I have something in mind, it will happen that way. And it's almost like Scorpio, you're being asked to choose a partnership now. And this could also be a business partnership, because we do have it in Taurus. 7th house is also business partnerships. So it's like rather than working on your own, you might be working together in a business partnership. But there are many ways how you're going to release the need for constant independency and becoming, not becoming dependent, but learning how to adjust yourself to another person, okay? And I can say that as I have quite some Scorpionic placements, I am also this very independent person, like super independent. Yeah, of course, I'm very, I love commitment, and I would be like committed for life, right? It's all or nothing, these kind of things, but I can't be too proud and not ask for help and not compromise that much. It's like, yeah, should be my way. Yeah, so, you know, if you're the same, or if you have these kind of tendencies, right, this is time to release that the need to always be like, to keep your strong independency. Like sometimes it's also strong to choose a certain situation, and maybe why not love, right? So some of you are talking to someone online with Uranus there, or it might be someone that's just completely different, or with Aquarian vibes, right? Someone that's completely out of what you've dated before. It's like, okay, this is someone older or younger or quirkier. I'm getting Knight of Wands, right? Yeah. Yeah, you're going into like independent power, but by learning how to receive, being open to receive, not being too proud, right? Six of Swords, you're leaving a certain situation. Like some of you are literally moving. We're having this whole bunch squaring Pluto in the third house. So the way you communicate is going to change, right? But also, there could be some secrets revealed about you, and you're going to forgive that. You're going to forgive yourself for these things that might have happened that maybe you were responsible for, but you also might just change your way of communicating with your partner. Like maybe before you were very closed up and people were like, I have no idea what you're thinking. Like, what do you mean? Like very guarded, right? And it's time to open up and speak with your partner from the heart, right? I'm getting Queen of Cups. So what did I say? Talking about emotions, speaking from the heart, letting go of being so guarded, right? Letting go of whatever you're trying to hide, because maybe people think you're more secretive than you actually are, right? Like sometimes I'm just staring in the sky and people think I'm thinking about secrets or something else. It's not true. It's just actually nothing. So yeah, try to be open and vulnerable with your partner. Okay, what do we have here? A dark man. Dealings with a man. Okay, so you might be dealing with a man. This could be a partner, but this could be a business partner, but also it could be a sibling that is going to give you some advice. Or maybe you look at a sibling and you're like, oh, they haven't done that well. Am I the same? Am I similar to my brother, my sister, dealing with their partners? And you're gonna let go. You're gonna see this mirror and you're gonna be like, oh, right? This Pluto in the third house could be siblings. Like some of you actually maybe, oh, this is a terrible thing. Okay, I'm gonna say it anyway. Some of you have been going through an accident and you really see life different. You're like, okay, I want to have someone in my life that can actually be there for me, okay? Family sorrow, okay? It could be like a family drama or something heavy happening in the family and it made you grow closer to a partner. And if you're single, right, you either meet someone new or you're releasing your need to always be alone and you're opening yourself up for someone new. New home, new attitude. Could be through moving, okay? Moving for a partner, moving for a person, but also moving in life, or you're just moving and there you meet someone. So yeah, you're gonna open up more to new partnerships, business partnerships, romantic partnerships, and you're open to receive this time and not always giving or guarding, okay? So this is my message to you. I'm very curious, what are your natal planets of this new moon? I would like to know, because I also have to deal with this solar eclipse, and the lunar eclipse is on my ascendant and descendant on the degree. So it's like, I think it's at 16 degrees, like my ascendant. So this is gonna be great fun. I will update you. Please update me as well. I would like to know, for my fellow lovely Scorpios, you're beautiful inside, and make sure that people see that, because you can be so guarded and it comes off as cold and it's not what you are, because you're a water sign and water runs deep, right? So show your beauty to the outside world. Thank you so much, Scorpio. Let's move on to the next sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, for you, this eclipse will happen in your 12th house, okay? So a lot of you Sagittarius have a talent for shamanism. A lot of shamans have Scorpio 12th house, right? A lot of psychic, especially if you have planets there in your 12th house. So we have this eclipse there with Venus, and the South Node is also there. So you're going to release double karma. So there might be something coming up and you're like, no, this is too much. You're going to release that, okay? So we have Venus there, so it could have to do with money patterns, could have to do with love. Some of you are having an affair, right? It's not my business, but you're gonna break it off, right? You're gonna let go. Maybe some of you are starting a new job, right? You've been at home for a while, and now you're going to put more action in your work, right? You're gonna focus on work, you're ready, and you're gonna let go this obstacle regarding money, for example. So you're gonna attract more clients, you're gonna have more stability when it comes to your work, because a lot of you started working as a freelancer, maybe with Uranus and the North Node in the 6th house, and you like work was just a bit unstable, and you were like kind of frozen. So you're gonna let this go, okay? So any patterns regarding money, regarding relationships, you're going to let it go. And with the moon and the sun, it could be related to your parents and the way they have dealt with similar situations. You might be coming for the same decision, right? We have a square with Pluto. Pluto is in your 2nd house. So there might be some dirt coming up with your money. Maybe you've paid too much. Watch out for scams, Sagittarius. I'm telling you, you have this whole bunch in your 12th house. It's squaring Pluto in the 2nd house. Don't fall for scams around this time or too good to be true offers, okay? Not now. Not the time. Yeah, it's like you might be home alone doing a meditation for release. It's a great time to actually go to a shaman or an energy healer or someone that can help you release karmic patterns, because 12th house is the last piece of the puzzle, and you're going to close down a lot of karma. And then it's the house of Pisces. For you, Pisces is in the 4th house, okay? This has to do with family again. So family karma, a lot of family karma going to be released. If your parents cheated, you're having an affair right now, you're going to break it. You're going to break the cycle. If, for example, because Venus in the 12th house can also deal with energy vampires. So people who are draining your energy. Or maybe someone in a relationship that's draining your energy, right? So you're going to heal this situation and you're going to focus more on work. Let's work. Let's take the next step, right? Okay. I'm going to get you some self-healing cards, my lovely Sagittarius. You're going to let go of so much karma. This is really a chance to have clean slate. You can break down a lot of karma, a lot of heaviness within your body. Okay? I'm getting temptation. So don't fall for temptation around this time. Please don't do it. Like money related scams. People want to trying to get with you when you're already in a relationship. You're going to get in temptation. So don't take it at this time. Release it. Pride, right? So where's your pride? 12th house is about surrendering. So maybe letting go means getting the job that you actually want. And you will see it coming on this lunar eclipse. And you're going to be amazed by what is possible for you. Okay? Selling out. So don't sell yourself to something that sounds dodgy. Okay? So also there could be some money secrets coming out, like family money secrets. Watch out what you give your money to, okay? That's my message for you, my lovely Sagittarius. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and where are your planets during this new moon, because it's a big one. it's going to reveal a lot of secrets for a lot of people. So bless you so much, and I'm ready to move on to the next sign, Capricorn. So Capricorn, for you, we have this eclipse in your 11th house of communities, friendships. It's all about getting together. But it's also in the sign that doesn't like to be super social, right? Like Scorpio is not the most social sign, but it likes deep conversations, deep friendships. So you're gonna really, some of you are going to release some friends that you feel you have no connection with anymore. Or there will be some, maybe even like secrets revealed from someone in your friend group that has been spreading some lies about you, or someone that tried to dominate you. Like there might be some ending, or someone that has been blocking your creative abilities, someone that didn't want you to grow, or didn't want you to have your own kids, or try to say like, oh no, stay with your friends, why have a family if you can be with us, you know? So there will be some cleanup in your social network. You might feel the need to be more by yourself, creating new things, like maybe start a photography course, a website, doing some courses, working on your creativity, finding ways to invest. And you're less going to be focused on maybe what your friends advise you and what they want you to become, or they want you to, what they want you to do. So there will be some kind of release when it comes to that, like who's my real friend and who is not my real friend, okay? Who do I actually feel good with? Or who do I not feel good with, right? Because we have Pluto in the first house. So it could be that some friends were very dominant towards you, or you were dominant towards friends. Maybe you didn't feel good about yourself with them, right? Like some people trigger worse than you. So it's either way not a good match. So you're really gonna get through your friend group and think like, okay, who do I still vibe with and who not? And maybe in the past you were someone that was more doing like workshops, or like working with group formality, and now you're more going to focus on yourself, your own creativity, or restructuring your hobbies. Maybe having new hobbies, doing a new course before you like teach other people. All right, selling out. Some of you are actually have been close to a burnout, so, or have been like surrounded by people that kind of drained your energy, and you feel like, okay, I need to be like focusing on myself for a while, focusing on family, focus on my kids, focus on my hobbies. Yeah, I'm getting how teachable are you? So how many times do the same patterns need to happen with these type of friends that are taking away your power, that are making you feel powerless? Discover your lifers. What did I say? Like it might not even be leaving people behind. It just can also be like, I'm gonna focus on my talents. I'm gonna focus on what I'm good at, my skills. I'm gonna polish my skills, right? So yeah, let's see if I can get you a tarot card. The Fool, yeah, you're just gonna be a fool. Like 5th house is Leo, right? And for you, Leo's in the 8th house. So it's about maybe expressing yourself through vulnerability, through art, or through, you know, being a fool, or being with your kids and feeling like a fool again. Like, but in a fun way, right? Like people say, oh, the Fool is not a good card. It's a great card. It's like letting go about what other people think about you, right? The Hermit, like being by yourself and focusing on what you have to offer this world, which Capricorn is a lot. You have a lot to offer. 3 of Cups, right? Like, these people look down. Like, you thought before that the answer might come through your friends, and now you realize, like, no, the answer comes through me. I need to work on me, right? So you're weighting down the opinions of other people, but you're going to choose what feels best for you in your heart. So that's my message for you, my lovely Capricorns. Leave a comment below if you have any planets in Scorpio, and you know, 2 degrees more specific, because you would be very much affected by this eclipse. It's going to bring beautiful new changes. It's about letting go of one thing and moving on to the next, which is absolutely stunning. So thank you so much for watching. Bless you so much, and I'm ready to move on to the next sign, Aquarius. So my lovely, lovely Aquarius, we have a major new moon, solar eclipse, partial this time, in the 10th house of career, visibility, and all that stuff, okay? It's squaring Pluto in your 12th house. So it might be that people were kind of taking your power away when it comes to your work. It could be that some of you are going to take a break, work from home, or you're actually leaving a job and choosing another job that is like working from home or working with real estate, but you're letting go a cycle that is happening in your job. So you might be staying, but you're like, I'm going to do things differently this time. I'm going to have a different type of behavior. There might be some secrets that are being spilled in a job, or some enemies behind the scenes. We have Pluto in the 12th house, which can relate itself to enemies behind the scenes, okay? So Pluto is revealing a lot of stuff, but when it's in the 12th house, it's still a little bit hidden. So we're still not having the full picture, but like some of you are gonna go back to your family, have a break. Yeah, you're going through a major cycle. Maybe you're going to be asked to move desk, to sit somewhere else. I don't know what type of job you have, or move to like a different department, or you're going to have a completely new job, okay? There's something you're letting go of being seen in the public. It could also be that if you're like on social media, or you're being seen, that there are people behind the scenes that are trying to work against you. Protect yourself with light, okay? Protect yourself, because you know, you don't need to do anything, right? I'm always against revenge. I always people will get their lessons, trust me. Not in the moment, but they will get their lessons, right? And a lot of people, even that work with narcissistic personalities, they say like, do they get like their lessons? Like maybe they don't listen, but they're always like, they feel constant unhappiness, right? People will get their lessons. We don't need to do any revenge, which is Scorpio, which is what we leave behind. So you're gonna focus on the beautiful things, your chosen family or your real family, but you're gonna go back and feel supported over there. Okay, you might be moving as well. Some of you are actually moving into a green area and work online. Like some of you are gonna do that. Okay. So what do we have? Love. Love, love, love. So some of you are meeting someone through the job, okay? Or actually when you're moving, you might meet someone new. There are some patterns that you had to leave behind, you know, when you're in a job that is very toxic, it also affects your relationship, or all relationships, your family, your friends, your partner. So being in a place where you're happy is going to change a lot of things, right? Wild. Yeah, you kind of want to break free. I feel like you feel very restricted with all these obligations. So some of you definitely need to take a break right now, okay? Discover your life purpose. So you're really on the search of things that you want to do with your life, like what you want to become. What is it that you want to become? my lovely Aquarius, right? I always say, like, a life purpose is not just one thing you're becoming. It could be a journey, right? Could be that every 2 years you want to be someone else. And I feel that our society is always keeping you very focused, like you need to choose one career, but we are all here for different reasons. Like, some people do readings with me and I see definitely they have a talent for different things and they should explore different things. So how teachable are you? Some of you have been in this cycle before with work, right? It's not something that haven't happened before, and maybe some of you are like, oh, okay, I don't work, right? This is possible too, but then you still can have enemies behind the scenes that are talking behind your back, maybe in a public place. Maybe you're picking up your kids, right? And the typical school moms and dads are gossiping and stuff like that. So be aware. Six of Swords and King of Wands. You're going to leave something behind and you're going to do it with power. You're going to be like, okay, I'm done with that. Done with this behavior. I'm going to deal with it differently. More calm, more different, right? Two of Pentacles. So there was a little bit of instability when it comes to your money situation. Luckily for you, Pisces is coming, or Jupiter is coming back into Pisces, supporting your Neptune in the second house, because money was like literally dropping from your hands. So in November, yeah, it should be coming back into Pisces. We have it now at 0 degrees in Aries, still at this new moon. The last one for you, Ace of Swords. So you're going to break through a karmic cycle when it comes to work, and you're going to have new revelations, whatever that may be. If there are people that talking behind your back, let them talk, really, honestly. You are so much better than that. So don't do your revenge. See what life has to offer. With an eclipse, there's always a chance for something new, something better, and something more beautiful. My lovely Aquarius, I really appreciate you. Well done for everything that you've been through. You're a true blessing. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. So let's move on to the last sign, Pisces. So my lovely Pisces, for you we have this new moon partial solar eclipse in your 9th house. So 9th house has to do with far away travels. It has to do with your belief systems. It has to do with higher learning. So the 3rd house is more about small facts, and this is where your North Node is. So you're going to study something probably more related to 3rd house matters. So that could be like studying about vehicles. You could be studying about how to make websites. And maybe you're going to do more short trips. So in the past you were maybe traveling really far to different continents, and right now you feel like you want to keep it small. You want to maybe stay in the same place for a while, like getting to know your neighbors. You want to learn from your neighbors. Yeah, it's like you're letting go the need to travel really far. It could be like some release when it comes to your love life. It could be that you were looking for something really esoteric love, and you're going to think more with your head, right? You're gonna, which is weird because I always encourage people to think with your heart, but for some reason you're going to let go of your belief systems towards love, and you're gonna think more logic about it, because maybe in the past you would have moved everything and you would have gone you would have gone for this love, this ethereal love, and now you're like, listen, you know, I have stuff to do. I need to do my daily grinds, right? I need to do my things. Some of you are definitely studying. Maybe you got a new job. It could be that you're letting go of a certain religion, that you're like, some people from religion to atheist, others are like, my belief system have changed. I believe that I was first Buddhist and now I'm going to be Christian. This might happen as well. But there's definitely some development in the way you travel, the way you think. It could also be that you're revisiting a place where you've been before, because South Node is also about past, and ninth house is also about second relationship. So it could be that there is someone from the past coming back, okay? Someone from the past that you're reconnecting with, that, yeah, this person might actually visit you or support your new journey. Okay, let me get you a healing card, my lovely Pisces. So, okay, what do we have here? Self-sabotage, okay? Maybe in the past you were self-sabotaging through your belief systems. Like, if I cannot manifest something, it means that there's something wrong with me, right? And I see this a lot, like people say, oh, I manifested this, I manifested that. But at the same time, it needs to be, I do believe in manifestations, but I also see that a lot of things are divine timing, right? Because when we look at astrology, like I compared my astrology to people with similar ascendants, and I can tell you they've had a very similar life in the way it's going. So there's part I believe we can attract, and we can go above our chart. This is why I am an intuitive astrologer. We can go above our karma, above our chart, but this is not for many people. Not everybody wants to go above their chart, right? So we are never stuck to where we came here for, but at the same time, we came here for a reason. So I don't want you to feel like a failure, or that you have to, I see like you're pushing yourself so hard, like I need to get this and manifest it and believe better, pray more to get what I want. But you can take, like, this is a mask. So be your true self. Like, what would your true self tell you, right? Because I'm getting this self-sabotage, like you're trying to force things to happen. While in reality, sometimes you just need to sit down and really work towards your goals. Do a study, or, you know. So maybe in the past, you depended too much on esoteric, and now you're going to organize more. You know, you need to study something to get where you need to be. So this could be a development. At the same time, we have Pluto squaring your planets in the 9th house. So it could be some secret from your friends, or some friend is spilling all your secrets, right? Like they're spilling certain secrets, or trying to get you on the wrong course, like you should do this, and making you doubt yourself. So make sure to listen to your own intuition and plan things. Knight of Wands. So this is about being creative, and also about standing your ground, move fast. Page of Swords. So yeah, this is a way you've been resisting for a while. This journey that you need to go to. It's like you feel some resistance. You're gonna have to let go of your old ways of believing in the universe, believing in yourself. Okay, 3 of Pentacles, because this is going to earn you money. So now it's time to get your stuff in order, to plan and to do this study, build a website, or whatever it is you need to do. And this is going to bring you more money, right? So this is my message for you, my lovely Pisces. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below if you have any planets in Scorpio around this time. I would love to know if and how it affects you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your time and your love. Bye bye.